show, and things very much finding an alignment as it grows, as seeds continue to grow. You need to build that scaffolding just to have that, and looking at it and see how there's finding some alignment between the two. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it to, what's with the hat thing? Okay, I'm gonna pass it to Diana. And she looks completely different than before.
Hello, thank you, Vivian. No, because I remember always having, hi Timmy, having Vlad on the calls with the hat. So today he's not wearing, I found one myself. Good to see you. So I had an internet problem. I don't know exactly where you were chatting before I came back. I guess it's a check-in, is it? Yes. So yeah, I'm happier this week, grounded. I moved and many things going on. So this week is a little bit better. Happy to be here with you all and share, and also very excited about seeds. Less overwhelmed in the sense of having a lot of information and a lot of new platforms and things to do, but now more confident. And very excited about Brazil's group, and we have a lot of nice orgs and people there that are very open to co-creation. So very excited. I pass it to Timmy. Then I don't know if you talked already, but if not.
Timmy went already, but I haven't heard from Thomas. Welcome.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Thomas. I've just moved from Costa Rica I'm near Zion Park in the US, in Utah, I think. And I'm currently still in the process of assessing, getting to know seed, going through all the materials, presentations, and that's my first call. And I was curious to put a face behind all the names and the chat that are going through. So I'm like you, many of us, I guess, a New Earth co-creator, and realized it lately. So I used to be a project manager of large-scale projects in infrastructure, in logistics, in finance, in agriculture, in many countries. And I'm passionate about project management and managing people and organizations and co-creating. So I'm still feeling and assessing what I can do and how at the moment. And so through this call, it helps me in my process of getting to know seed better. And I thank you very much for that.
Welcome, Thomas. Good to have you here.
So, thank you.
I'm gonna pass it for you. I think we have Nicole that just joined and David, and then I think we can dive in. So maybe Nicole, yeah, see you unmuted.
Hi. So I'm in Guatemala. I'm sitting right beside Carly here, and Genevieve is with us. We're actually having our local team meeting right now. Still in the process of getting through the library and know more about it, but I'm kind of like I've been telling everyone that I know is in alignment with this vision here in Guatemala and also in Chile. I'm Chilean originally. And so yeah, kind of spreading the movement, recruiting people as I learn. That's the stage I'm in. Yeah, I don't know if Genevieve, you want to share about you?
I'm even newer than that, but I'm super excited. So I'm here to listen and to learn more. We're here in Guatemala, in paradise. Mm-hmm. Very happy that our projects are supported by seeds. So thank you.
I already shared. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
So awesome that there's so much things going on in Guatemala. So proud of that. And then we're just left with David. Welcome, brother.
Hey, Franz. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, everyone. Yes, okay. Hi, it's David here from London, cloudy London. I wish I could be there in Guatemala. That paradise looks great. but willing to share again energy and ideas with all of you guys. Happy to be here.
I think we're just missing Lisa.
Hi, everybody. Wonderful to see so many happy faces from all over the world. I'm very excited that so many people from Guatemala, from Atitlán are joining us. And I feel like more and more we're starting to really represent a big part of this planet. And it's beautiful to see how much weaving is happening in all the different circles. I'm in Liechtenstein at the moment with Franz. And yeah, looking forward to coming to visit you all at some point, hopefully. Okay, and back to Franz.
Beautiful. I know Danny had prepared a little agenda for us today, which is awesome. If you have it close to you, otherwise we can just dive in. One of the immediate things that we wanted to touch base today, but maybe a little bit of an introduction for especially the new ones in terms of what we're here for. And I think the Seeds Ambassadors are the basis of the Seeds movement. What we're here is to really co-create a movement and to weave in people, weave in organizations, and facilitate this grand transition that we're all living through. And the time couldn't be more timely as the world around us is collapsing. So I think we have a wonderful opportunity to really find solidarity and find community between various different places and just come together as the humanity we are sharing this planet. And to do so, our major tools that we have is the Seeds Global Passport. We're very, very quickly, what we're doing is inviting people to join Seeds. And we have that function on the Seeds Global Passport. It costs 5 seeds to send an invite. And whenever that invite is claimed, there's automatically rewards for ambassadors, which is awesome. And another important role that we're doing is also weaving in organizations. So also prompting organizations to create their organizational accounts. Another very important role that we have as ambassadors is trying to facilitate for organizations or for communities or individuals in general to make their voice heard and to create the ideas and to create proposals for grants and campaigns in order to keep planting those seeds as far and broad as possible and keep sharing that hope of a better future. And another thing that is important for the ambassador group is to facilitate exchanges. So I think Timmy was mentioning about the marketplace. Yeah, that's also very important. We need to figure out ways how to populate the marketplace and for people to exchange their goods and services, which we all have, using seeds, especially since in the old economy, there was a lot of gifts that we all shared that were really in market failures. And I think now we have a beautiful opportunity to start exchanging all our innate gifts and more with this new medium of exchange. Another element of beyond the passport, which is what allows us to have economical teeth and outcompete systems based on scarcity, is that we need to also be sharing this story of what Seeds is all about, the story that's emerging. And I think Basil and Carly here and Vivian are already doing wonderful things to really give a voice and give image to this movement that's emerging. So that's also an invitation for everyone here who is into outreach, into media, into communications, that there's a lot of opportunities to help us give a voice to this movement. We have right now, hard to say, but at least 300 plus organizations, perhaps even more, because a lot of those are networks of networks, including several hundreds of organizations within. So right now we're really managing that complexity and weaving all of these people and organizations into a cohesive whole. So that's also a challenge, but at the same time an opportunity for us to really figure out how we can weave in efforts together into an integrated impulse. So that's just a quick little general overview of what we have. So as a next step that we wanted to quickly touch base is the beehive. The beehive, right, Danny? I think you.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know who was in the call on Tuesday. One of you guys could just give us a little update. What is, I think Lisa sent out some nice text already today. Maybe you can just for 2 minutes, for those who don't know what the beehive is, and for others who know it, what is the status quo, and when are we ready to really manifest it somehow?
Franz, do you want to take that one, or?
Sure.
I mean,
yeah. One wonderful thing, I don't know if you have it at hand, Vivian. I loved your graphics that you made the other day. If we could have eventually show those roles and things, that would be awesome. But yeah, the beehive, yeah, what we're doing is what I like to call the movement of movements, MUM for short, which is all about bringing all of these initiatives and movements that have been historically fragmented together, bringing them, giving them a seat to the table and allowing them to voice their wisdom and to co-create. So in that, one of the structures that we're doing as we form circles at the local level, at the national level, at the regional level, and at the global level, which is, this call is a good representation of the global ambassador calls, is and additionally to that, we also have the verticals. So whether it is energy sovereignty, food sovereignty, outreach or communications, all of these other verticals where we have experts in different fields, we're also representing those. But the important part of it is that we have a certain structure, and we've been exploring sociocracy to facilitate interaction within circles, and that information that is gathered through sense-making process is actually cross-pollinated and distributed along the whole movement. And yeah, this is something that we've trying to figure out the best recipes to find solutions that work, where everybody is accountable in a self-organizing mode to kind of convene and give voice and access to all of the people in our local areas to air their thoughts and ideas. So that's just a quick little intro on the beehive.
Franz, about the circles and the sociocracy and the decentralized, the DHO and the DAC, how can we move that into like more of a group working like a team or something, because there's so much to talk about as far as like when would we switch into sociocracy and when would we just use like our decentralized voting, like democratic voting process?
Yeah, so that's a good question, and one of the things that we're doing right now is really building the culture. So we also have the technological tools that will facilitate that all of these decision-making processes are on the blockchain. So that is something that our team is hard at developing, and we already have the very basic aspect of it, or the first step, which is the DHO, which some of you are already familiar with. And what's left after that is we're going to have bioregional DHOs. So the circles that we're forming now will simply reflect on the blockchain technology and those processes and mechanisms of creating circles, of voting, whether funds are used or what decisions are made, will be then reflected on the blockchain. But in the meantime, it's important to start cultivating that culture and that understanding about what sociocracy is, and kind of creating the models around it, the structure around it in person. And eventually the technology is going to serve that culture as well. So that's what you mean by a DAC, a decentralized autonomous cooperative. That's pretty much the technological off branch of what we're doing now. And one of the ideas that we were having here is that why not test it on ourselves? So one proposal there would be to actually have sociocracy circles right here, right now. So for example, we would have certain roles to be fulfilled. For example, what Vivian is already doing as a sort of scribe or secretary or person who's documenting, giving a written or a visual identity to what goes on in the circles. That's also something that we would love to see in the local circles as well, but also a facilitator, someone who kind of leads the discussion and sees that everyone's voice is being heard in the circle. So that's also something that we would very much love to start experimenting and testing out. And the thing that ties all of this together is the funding, which is what SEED is all about. We're a financial system. So one of the things that I would love to propose to this group is that we should start co-managing our own seed fund for ambassadors. So the proposal would be that we would create an ambassador account where a few of us would have rights for treasurer, to be a treasurer, to kind of like manage what the rest of the group wants to do, and to already start experimenting this culture in terms of being the directors of our own communities and our own lives, and being our own bank and our own politicians and just self-sustainable humans. And this is the perfect opportunity to start testing it out, and that knowledge and those practices can be then easily replicated on our local circles.
What I realized, Franz, is like, if there's no money involved and there's no decisions to be made, if it's just like a circle for like right now we have the Regenerate Lake Atitlan circle, and it's just about creating community and getting together. And I don't feel like it, the question is, do we always need to do like a sociocratic model if we're not making decisions or managing funds?
A good question. And the thing is that in a way or another, you're actually making decisions. So as you bring in more people to your circle, that persons or that new people that you're bringing actually have a vote in what's going on as well. So it's just like you see in the DHO. So it's all about bringing people into the circle, but also having a process in terms of saying like new members who will actually do have a voice and vote. So it's a matter of kind of cultivating that those mechanisms to see if something would go wrong, that everybody's understanding how the decisions are made and everything is transparently managed and everyone's voice is being heard. So in one aspect, it's all about community building, but at the same time, if you're managing funds and if you're managing members joining the circle, it's very advisable to start implementing this sociocratic circle. And it's also all about alignment. So if your circle is super aligned and easy, then it's fantastic. But we need to take into account that as soon as budgets are involved and as soon as interests are involved, they can get out of hand easy. So in the meantime, while we're gearing up for the technology to fit those circles, I would advise to at least start testing it out and seeing how it is, because it's a good way to build community nonetheless.
Maybe I can jump in and share that we have 2 volunteers for this ambassador circle, for example, as 2 new sociocracy facilitators. Diana and Vlad said they are interested in taking over the ambassador circle call every week. We have to figure out whether it's possible for both times, in the morning or in the evening. And then we also can think about, whether we do it monthly and then two new ambassadors are taking over. But this is like the first step to try it out ourselves. And then also in other circles, like, for example, the yoga and meditation group or others, we will also start doing this. And I feel that it also is like now a bridge when we were talking about Beehive and how the sociocracy model is working. It's also a bridge to the next topic, the Discord, right? And I guess Lisa and Franz are also more involved in the status update there now. Not everybody has heard about it before, so just a very short overview from me. We are for a few months now, very busy on Telegram, having hundreds of channels and a lot of communication. And we figured out we need some tool that is a little bit more structured also in communication. So the decision was made a few weeks ago altogether that we will move our communication to the Discord platform. And our core team has already managed to set up a structure and, you know, get everything ready to start using it. I guess we can almost this week or maybe next week move over there. And there we also want to propose that we do it with the core groups in the beginning and test it out a little bit before we move the bigger groups into Discord. So maybe Franz or Lisa, I don't know who of you wants to share a bit more about that.
So at the moment, we're just, a while ago, I don't know if everybody saw that, we were making an overview or a map of all the different bioregional circles and different topic circles that already exist, where organizations and ambassadors come together and interweave the different efforts of the organizations and see how they organize themselves, same as we're talking about right now. This mapping is going to be translated now into Discord, so we have all the groups ready so that people can, as soon as we send the invitation and we put it in the Ambassador Telegram channel, they can click on it and make their profile on Discord and then jump straight into the groups, or now they're called channels or circuits, that they're interested in or that they've already been in and would like to go on co-creating. Yeah, and what is really great about Discord, you will see that you can have it on your phone, and at the same time, at least, yes, I think so. And at the same time, it's a web app that you can download, and it's a bit better structured than, or at least it allows for structure, which Telegram doesn't. And you can also see what is going on in all the other groups and discussions. So it's much more transparent than the Telegram channels that we've been using so far. Yeah, so really looking forward to that move, and hope we get everybody to Discord soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
we'll be, sorry, Danny, we'll be sending an invite in the Telegram channel, so nobody has to worry about it now. It will be ready soon.
Yeah, and I think also what we said is that we might leave the Telegram groups open for just a little bit, but what we also want to avoid is that we have double communication, right? So at some point we need to close the Telegram because otherwise it gets even more crazy. So yeah. Is there any questions from anyone? Not yet, right? No, okay, cool.
They will
So
come.
Sorry?
The questions will come.
Yeah, sooner or later. Okay, so in the agenda, I also just wanted to give you a little heads up what's going on in our case of the yoga and meditation campaigning. I don't know whether you heard of it. So we're also trying to start in our topic groups to create campaigns. And I just want to encourage you all to do it, not only for the groups, but maybe even for your own topics. Think about how you can create a campaign in Seeds and motivate people to do something. So what we were discussing in the yoga and meditation group is that we want to create a campaign where you, for example, meditate for 11 minutes, and then you post a picture or a painting or just a still whatever with a hashtag. For example, I think we said meditation for unity, and then you will be rewarded with seeds. We're still working on the draft of the campaign, and we're trying to get more people involved. And the idea or the sense making for this campaign is to also involve more yoga people, more yoga studios, and more yoga groups onto Seeds, and really make this a movement in the yoga and meditation communities all over the world. I just wanted to give you a little short heads up where we are right now, but I think we need another 1 or 2 weeks, and then we will start creating it, and then for sure also spread it. So yeah, and we have another proposal. I don't know, Diana, whether you want to talk about the grants for the Mycelium dinner, because that's another example we could share here for the ambassadors to have an inspiration.
Sure. So yeah, it is just an idea, but in another project I work, and many people here also there, like friends Lisa, Denny, we have this project called Mycelium Meals, which is the idea of the mycelium spreading underground and connecting everyone. So we have a template of a meal and how to proceed and how to have this space of trust to connect people. And we are also planning to do a campaign in Seeds for that. For example, if someone hosts or attend to one of these events, they can get some seeds. So this one, another example.
Yeah, beautiful. It's about sharing the food from where you are or what you like, and then also your personal story with other people, 6 or more people. It's a really beautiful idea how to really get to know people on a deeper level. Yeah, so just 2 ideas how easy it can be to create a campaign and get more people involved and spread it through social media and other ideas, channels, media, connect and communication to inspire you guys. Another thing which just came up in the Circle Ambassador call before, think about how you also as an individual and as an organization, you work in teams, you work in communities, how you can set up an organization account. So I guess I almost want to say every one of us is involved in at least one community or one network or one organization and can set up an organization account. So I kind of really want to encourage us as the core team to really set up organization accounts, create campaigns and do something to get this whole movement started more like track record on the street. So maybe each week one of us can prepare or propose another thing to the community to inspire others. So Timmy is nodding. So next time, Timmy, you are presenting something, I can see. Yay, cool. Okay, then I hand over, and Teresa's not appearing, so I think she's not showing off today. So the festival event point we've postponed to the next time, I guess. So my agenda points are done for today.
I have another cool proposal that's coming up that I maybe spoke already to a few of you guys, but we have a beautiful partnership coming up right now into the co-op where we're still kind of fine-tuning the details, but this non-profit organization called Make Soil, they have a great app for kind of finding soil sites where people can create composting sites. And that's, you know, as we all know, the soil is the basis of a civilization, and currently that's been something that's been, again, lost in market failure. So what we're doing with them is that we are rewarding people who are creating soil sites around the world. So they have already, I think they were saying, more than 900 soil sites in the planet in the app, where anyone can use the app and actually go find the soil site and give their scraps. And the idea is we're giving them a reward for creating the soil site and also for new people who create soil sites. So that will mean that in a month from now, or when the next moon phase comes up, if you guys are inspired to create your own soil site, you will also be receiving seeds in reward for creating your composting site. And also what we're providing is rewards for the people who are creating the soil sites to reward people who are bringing in scraps. So that means that pretty much we're creating an entirely new economy based on soil, which wasn't there before. So these are like a very good example of, you know, of the invisible exchanges that are out there that seeds can give visibility to, and not only visibility, but actual value. And you can imagine in a place, for example, like Guatemala or Costa Rica, a seeds reward might go a long way. So you can imagine that there's going to be a lot of composting sites and soil sites serving all of this community gardens, all of this urban farming and helping them spread like wildfire, which is fantastic for the seeds movement.
First contribution.
For Danny and Diana, like any sort of campaign, I'm starting to get mobilized, organized on the social media. So if you guys want to run it by me, I'll make sure that we promote it through all of our ambassador groups and on the Facebook page and stuff like that. So like once the campaigns like voted in, let me know and I can help get it out to on the social media. Cool.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm also going to start tracking all these campaigns that we're doing. There's Good Deeds Get Seeds, and people really aren't doing it right now. I just want to get it out in front of all the community and ambassadors more of what the opportunities are.
That's awesome, Carly. And thank you so much for your efforts in social media. I already see massive traction there, as now we have capacity to do that thanks to you.
3 days.
3 days. I was wondering, Carly, did you get a chance to talk to Dr. Edward Muller?
We're going back and forth trying to find a time, probably tomorrow now. So
Yeah.
It's in the works.
Yeah, that would also be something maybe if Basil and we could align around, for example, this Make Soil campaign. That would be beautiful to, for example, have a film in various bioregions of the world about how people are creating soil and being rewarded for it. I think that could be a powerful message for the people to see and jump on board.
And do we have a campaign proposed yet in the co-op for this?
It's not in the co-op yet, but we're finalizing the last bits, and it'll be, if things go according to plan, it'll be coming up in this next moon phase.
Yay. Thank you.
There's another thing I saw that I'll propose at some point. Like the soil thing, I saw this movement to create these forest pockets where you just plant high density of native plants in like a small pocket area to boost the biodiversity. And I just imagine that would be really exciting for people, and we could assign like a per pocket rate of seeds or whatever. Or, so that's something that we can look at too. But let's start with the Make Soil thing.
That's actually what we're doing right now with Huertos, is I'm trying to figure, as soon as I get some funding, because I keep missing my funding thing. So I need to talk to Franz about this, but to pay per square meter of every organic farm area that you put in for other people. So just a straight fee.
Yep. That's absolutely powerful. So you know how I envision it is right now what we're doing in terms of the seeds movement as before the Go Live event, our objective is to spread seeds as far and broad as possible. To really, right now it's a bit of a secondary marketplace in which the objective is to really get as many seeds as far and broad and diverse as people as possible. But what gets super exciting in terms of soil is that in the future we will be able to, once the DHO is up and running, for example, is create some sort of universal earned income based on soil health. And we're talking with already a whole bunch of organizations that specialize in all this a suite of technological tools for monitoring soil health, tools for monitoring forest covers, for example, with satellite networks, with sensor networks, that we can really, really reward people per square meter for building soil health. And that could be, a huge game changer. If we can have all the farmers of the world have a universal earned income, that has already resolved 99% of the problems in the world, and it's going to be a new paradigm that we step into. So precisely, we're right now just laying the foundations for that.
Let's Diana posed a question, so let's maybe just do a quick thing on like the marketplace and its capacity at this point in time for different kinds of things.
Yeah, that's a great question, Diana and Basil. Yeah, I would recommend the marketplace. Right now, it's still in its rudimentary state, but you can already post your goods and services, and you can have your contact thing so that you can actually request seeds. So if you're able to, for example, place your goods and offerings and already have a seed value attached to it, I'm sure that the community of seeds who is already on board will be very excited to exchange with you. So that's also something that I also want to invite the entire ambassador network, because I know we all have skill sets and knowledge and deep wisdom to share with one another. So let's just give value to that and exchange it as much as we can.
And also support our organizations that we're onboarding in creating their market profile as well, because I think it's a great place to start. And very soon it should be up to date so that it's easier to use as well.
Also, she was asking about the room in a nature resort. Make sure that everyone knows about New Mundo, since we're alliancing with them, about anything around accommodations and intentional living and that kind of stuff. Diana, if you need any help with that, I can help you get on New Mundo. Oh, wait.
Okay, so another topic that is on us this week internally with the Haifa and everything is our database systems and all of our different platforms. So I heard that Ambassadors is using Airtable. Is this true? Can somebody tell me the functionality of that and the capacity?
Yeah. So it's actually, the Airtable is a list with more data than only for the ambassadors. There's a few more different sheets. And one of the sheets is the sheets we're working with the ambassadors. It's containing all the data from organizations or networks or events or festivals who are interested in becoming a Seeds Alliance. So we're collecting the organization name, the contact person, and also we're claiming the status. For example, if someone has already reached out, whether they're already having, being an Alliance app on the app, live on the app, or what the status is. So it's like our work table. We as the ambassadors together work in this list. And for example, if an organization or some person who's interested for their network to come on board and signs the pledge or reaches out via email or whatever, we collect them all in this Airtable sheet. So it's like the container of everyone who reaches out to get more information or is becoming or getting support to on board. And that's the Airtable.
To add on to that, we have, that's also, there's a lot of potential there. We have, as I was saying before, many epic organizations that are signing up and joining, and we need support in onboarding these organizations, which means, reaching back to them, holding them by the hand and showing them how to, sending them an invite, first of all, then showing them how to save their private key, which is a very important thing that a lot of people who are not familiar to blockchain or cryptocurrencies are not very aware of, and then facilitating the process of creating their organizational account and listing their goods and services in the marketplace. There's also some other things that we're working around. That is the e-town halls or global embassies. One of the ideas there is that we're going to have, as this movement continues to grow, we're going to have then different time zones and bioregions to onboard organizations as well. So this events where an ambassador would be hosting an event, and then these organizations can come on and be onboarded in groups. And another idea that, or another project that we're preparing right now is weaving in this organization. So additionally, one of the things that we're lacking is that we have so many powerful organizations already on board, but we need to give him a voice, and the rest of the movement needs to know about him in order for us to start weaving them into our project. So, for example, one of the things we'll be doing in the future, hopefully maybe in 1 week or two, launch the first e-town hall where we invite some of the members of the Alliance to share to the Seeds movement what their work is, what their expertise are, and also broadcast it to the public to really kind of start giving that image of that this is actually a cohesive movement with a lot of powerful players already on board and already co-creating. So the next step is to really start weaving these things together into whole systems designed approaches. That's exciting. And if there's ambassadors there who would also like to take lead in hosting those, or in facilitating those, or in taking notes for those, or all of the above, we're happy to provide rewards and provide support in doing so. So very much welcome.
Do we have in that Airtable, do we have a list of every single ambassador with their individual data in there?
We started this. I have to say, I don't know whether we have followed up in the last few weeks a lot, but we can see that. So how it is organized right now, only the Circle ambassadors have access to the Airtable. Because in the ambassador group, there's so many people who are coming on board, and then they realize what it's really about, and then they leave again. And so because it's a little bit, let's say, sensitive data on the Airtable, we decided we create this Circle ambassador group, and we realize, okay, people are really staying and really interested in reaching out to organizations. Then they get access directly to the Airtable, and they also receive more seats to reach out to more organizations. They get like a seats account, like 1,010 to start. And so there's about, I would say, probably 10 ambassadors who have access to Airtable now. And I would say until probably 4 or 6 weeks ago, we also have collected all the data about all the ambassadors who came on board, but there maybe Lisa knows better whether, I think it's not really up to date. We would have to integrate some more, but at least there's I think 40-50 ambassadors, and I recently reached out via email to all of them and created like a little survey, to ask whether they're still on board, whether they're still interested in reaching out and supporting us. And I got feedback from, I would say, a third of all of them who are in their list. So we're in the process of cleaning up a little bit.
Okay, I'll talk to you independently, and then because the way I see it is each of us is a seed. Every human on the planet is a seed, and then we all have our own seed history, and we want to start to be able to capture that, and then create all these different level up opportunities for people to opt in to do things. And then so it's going to be like a heavy data collection operation, but we start with the seed, and we just need to know who they are and what kind of seed are they.
So in the process, maybe to add on this, is when people come on board in Seeds, they come into the community group, right? And then when they become more active, they become ambassadors. And then when they become even more active, then become Circle ambassadors. That's how it's very roughly put right now. But that's the process. Right, friends?
Yeah, pretty much. And I can also see this changing a little bit as we move to Discord, because I think it will allow for us to be much more focused on actually the topics and the bioregions that we're working on, and the circles and the setup that each circle has will also allow for not this incredibly enormous flow of people coming in and out, and us having to give the information and not sure everybody's receiving it, but it will be more focused, and the facilitators of the circles taking care of the people who are interested to come and join and add value.
Yeah. I almost want to say more horizontal and vertical in the same time, right? Right now we're pretty linear, but then it will be more vertical and horizontal at the same time.
Spiral, upwards and onwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, mindful about the time again. It's amazing how incredibly fast an hour just goes through. Once again, I was wondering if Vivian has a piece of art to represent today, or
Yeah, I can share. I'm just gonna share whatever came up today, whether or not it's gonna be always gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I just wanted to quickly say, Tonde, I think you joined a bit late, but just wanted to say hello as well.
ooh,
Wow.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi. My apologies. I came late.
no worries.
Okay.
Well, you get to see what we just talked about, Ethan. So maybe you can start by what did you see? What did you think, or what did you see in this picture? So this is sort of what we kind of discussed today.
I see a lot of not much colors. I can see a mountain. I can see town hall, organization by culture. I can see mom ambassadors. I can see find and create. Okay, mix well up. Oh, okay. Meal sharing, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I can see a funny arty.
I see Lake Atitlan
No.
calling for me.
Yeah, I see what I realize, and I have missed a few of these beautiful visuals, but what I feel and what I see is that this is becoming a real community, you know, with all the different parts and dynamics, and it becomes a little bit more organized now, but still very free flowing. So for me, it really feels like we're creating our new home here. That's beautiful.
I see that there's still kind of a separation between the technology and the ground. That's what I see. But I see this beautiful picture on the ground emerging.
I would like to jump in right after that. I can actually, bringing in the people in this call to what we're seeing here, and knowing that in Lake Atitlan, that Franz pointed out, we're actually right now having a gathering, a tea of people who are in this call with us. I do see the connection between technology and what we actually want to do, which is set so many seeds. And I see all those seeds in the ground there, and that makes me extremely happy. I feel like on the one hand, we have the nature, the nature, the volcano, the seeds in the ground. And on the other hand, we see how we're organized and all the different circles we have and how we're trying to find coherence. And I think we're doing so well. It makes me very happy.
Vlad, somebody, Vlad.
Yeah, I see a whole ecosystem that is very integrated and in harmony with nature, where the ideas of global civilization and planetary development are being produced on a daily basis.
Diana still here? No, she left.
Oh, can I add one suggestion?
Always.
And this is just an idea. When it comes to onboarding, is there any way we would be able to get together like groups of people who are all onboarding so they can do it together? Not in the sense of, hey, everyone on board, but like if there was someone or a couple people to be able to like really understand everything that was being presented to the group and like everything that was being able to be offered, and to then like be able to just be treated appropriately and understood with onboarding and moving forward. So like there's 100% like care and attention put on the people onboarding and like where they would fit in, and so they're not just treated like a number or something that they're not, if that makes sense. So it's just like, because like if I was able to onboard with other people, it would be really helpful, because there's just kind of like a lot going on from like a lot of different angles right now. And I can do it, but I would just like to do it with other people, if that makes sense, to kind of have it be like a group experience where we all share this and it's like, now we all kind of, it's like a family of seeds.
It's a beautiful idea, Timmy. I think we just moved on so quickly that it's good that you pointed out that for new entries, it's sometimes a little bit overwhelming when you just, are thrown into the cold water somehow. So I think it's a really beautiful idea to do that again. And maybe we find 2 volunteers of the not very new, but still new ambassadors to host every second week, like newbie ambassador call or something like that. That's a great idea. Let's catch on later on Telegram.
Great point, great feedback.
Yeah, sorry to like say something not relevant to the art over to art, but yeah, I just wanted to add that.
Then you can say something about the art now. Just feel into it and say whatever comes up.
So there is no words to accurately describe the texture of a flower in the English language. And the flower is just one intricacy of life. So to me, this is a very beyond language thing. It's just kind of just something that we just feel and understand. It's like a piece that exceeds understanding.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you, Timmy, and thank you, Vivian, for on yet another wonderful piece of art that you gift us.
Well, I just added, I think that was what Timmy, the build a family of seeds, I think that was sort of what emerged, right? That's also, and that's what it is about resonance. It's whatever comes out, there's always a reason, like something, and it's not just like what you see, it's like his idea, it's also, I see it as his resonance to this image because something's missing, and that was what's missing. So thank you, Timmy, for suggesting that, because that was your response to this. Thank you.
I would like to say that I like to see the relationship between nature and all this logical human perspective in the same area in my screen right now. And adding of what Tim was saying and Danny too about could be like overwhelming to go inside seeds. Beyond overwhelming is I'm just feeling a little bit lost because I almost don't read in English. I can talk and understand a little bit more, but it's really hard for me to read. And then I know there are resources there that I cannot, like, I am not having available. So I see this sociocracy pretty amazing. And I heard you mention like a DHO or I don't know. But it's very important for new people to have an order right now I think if I go to the website, I don't have like an logical order. I know nature is not like that, but we as a human beings are sometimes need a structure. So yeah, a possibility to have I don't know, a little, maybe there exist videos where we know in which direction we should be to be a part of something that sounds really amazing, could help us.
Thank you so much for that input, Moni. And yeah, you're absolutely right. We do have already some initial videos, but what we don't have is actually videos in Spanish. So I think that would be a beautiful step that we could actually all co-create together, especially if you guys have a chance to be together in Lake Atitlan and would find maybe the right recipes in terms of what would be like the onboarding logical steps to go in. That would be very valuable. So we can also talk more in detail to set that up offline. And I'll also introduce you with Randall, who's also been preparing a lot of the Spanish content. He's based in Costa Rica, so I'll put him in touch with you as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Timmy and Moni, for reminding us that we're going forward extremely fast, and yeah, it's sometimes hard to remember all the people that are coming and offer all the resources that we can. So really grateful, and also look forward to more input from your side, especially because you're just onboarding now, Moni. I think all of your experiences are very valuable, and maybe we can even hang out and see how we can better organize the onboarding documents together, while explaining everything to you and you telling us how much sense does it make and where can we add anything more. Thank you.
And just to add to that, we have hopefully a ambassador tea coming up, right, Vladan? Do you have a time for that already?
Yes, I will check the results later tonight if the more people have answered. If you haven't answered but you're interested, I will put the link here in the chat just in a couple of seconds, and then hopefully we can have a tea time now, let's say on tomorrow or a Saturday or on Sunday.
Perfect. And super grateful for those tea times as well. Yeah, it's a perfect place for kind of like just hanging out as seedling human beings and just asking all the questions that in a more relaxed manner. So that's a great opportunity.
Exactly.
All right, guys, then it's as usual an absolute pleasure to hang out with you guys and make the world smaller. And yeah, with no further ado.
Hi everyone, sorry that I'm so late as always. Carmen. I usually have to be in the community during the mornings. I cannot join at this time, but I'm so glad that Moni could be here because she was making lots of questions, and I think she would be a great ambassador. And I just wanted to let you know that the group of alliances that we're having and constructing right now for the lake regeneration and for the Altiplano regeneration in Guatemala, it's going pretty fast, I would say. Maybe the only thing is that I've heard that one of you were talking about like a more structured maybe video or more elements, so organizations can actually make their institutional account and everything. And again, it's only the matter of time. I think when we have everything in Spanish, it's going to be easier for all the institutions to get their own account and also start making the proposals. Most of the organizations that are already getting on board but are not in the document of onboarded institutions, they already are working in a document with their purpose and what their ideas are for helping each other and support each other in Guatemala in the highlands. And I think that one was a big step to have all that information together. And I think maybe in 1 or 2 weeks when everyone has updated their forms, we're gonna be probably making the proposals. So thank you so much, and sorry for being late. I hope to catch up with some of you later.
Thank you,
Probably-
Carmen. Awesome to see you, and thanks for the update. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. See you at the tea time or next week.
See you, people. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Lisa and Franz, can you stay?
Sure. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys?
Hi, FJ, what's up? Hi,
All good,
Danny.
all good.
Lisa.
Hi.
Good.
How are you doing?
Okay, I'm doing good. I had a very good week with a lot of roadblocks and the hiccups, but I think I managed to find my way. I got help from Lisa, team, and from Telos. I got help from Malone. I think I had a wonderful time with people out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very easy, the blockchain technology, but once you get the hang of it, then it's very easy. And then
Very true.
you can teach
Very
the
true.
others.
Yes, yes. I managed to bring 6 people on board yesterday, and I was just doing it very smoothly.
Wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just reading that Zimbabwe has again like made illegal some of the payment platforms there. So I think
Yes.
it's also very
Yeah,
powerful time for seeds then.
exactly, exactly. The country, they were using another platform which is called Econet, and the platform which was there, they were now using it for money changers, and it was just full of corruption and stuff. So the government, they just stopped it. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe then there's a good space for seeds to step in as a new platform to give people the transactions they need.
Yes, yes. I think it's good, but I think